What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Trainer Feed. My name is Angel Sanchez. We are your hosts. With me, I have Mr. Jacques Deloger.
What's up?
And I have Mr. David Bravo. I saw they had some fitness challenges, and I was reading it today, and it made me laugh. There was like, here's a fitness challenge for all you influencers. Try to intro a video without saying, hey, guys. And I was like, damn.
Hey, team. You would say, hey, team.
Or there's another intro that they like to do. So I've always got these questions.
Yeah. So we're getting a lot of. I've been getting a lot of questions. That's another fitness challenge.
And it's like no one asked you shit.
Yeah.
Stop pretending people are asking you stuff.
That shit had me. I was like, oh man, that's pretty freaking funny.
I've got one more spot available. Who wants it?
Oh god, one more spot.
I've got 5 more spots, and then 3 weeks later, I've got 6 more spots.
Someone opened up.
Yeah, it was weird. And then the booty program, $10 booty programs.
You know what? I hate the ones where they're like, this is what I do to squat and get a big booty, and then none of them have squats, deadlifts, lunges.
Well, because they're trying to be different. They're trying to say, I have the secret, and the secret is not what you know.
But that's the thing. It's like, it's not as efficient.
Lord knows. But do you think there's more like $10 or $5 booty programs, or there's more like weight loss spots available?
I think it's probably the latter. I get a little tight when people tell me they're doing a cleanse or a thing. I'm saying, all right, like, what do you want to do going past that? Because I think it's important. If someone's going to commit to something such as that, all right, what's the game plan after? Just sit there and let things react? Come on. Game plan. So I think going to a point, there's more the latter, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'd say so too.
I agree with that.
Unfortunately.
It's unfortunate.
People yo-yo. They yo-yo all the time, and then they try different things, and then it just doesn't work. But they only give it like a week.
Yeah, and it's also, I don't know. I mean, if everything was that simple, that given, wouldn't more of us be doing it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's also.
But it's age old. It's the elixir, right?
Right.
It's snake oil.
I mean, yeah, and I think some people can look better at certain ages too. I think some people look better when they're older because they're either been working out for longer or they just eat better now than they were 5-10 years ago. I eat better now than I did 5 years ago for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I think like it's hard because you think about it and you're just like, am I eating better because I make better choices, or am I eating better because I'm more financially stable? Like sometimes that's a good point. Right? Like, because you remember like scratching the surface of your refrigerator and you couldn't, figure out what you were going to make. You just got like ramen noodles or some toast or whatever, and you're just like,
yeah. Beans. Big pot of beans, David.
Pot of beans.
How about a big pot of beans? I mean,
why are you looking at me?
I'm just.
He said your name, so I'm like, I don't know if there was something going on
what's wrong with
beans.
I'm not. I had beans several times a week. I'm not hating on them.
Why do you immediately look at me when you
No, I'm just saying that's something that you would assume.
Like frijoles and shit?
Oh, shit.
What?
Is that what you're talking about?
He hit you with the avocados from Mexico.
No, I think that's something that's.
There's a store next to me called Frijolitos.
Yeah, Frijolitos is banging though. I'll be going there.
Did we go there? That's the Cuban spot?
Nah, bro.
What's that Cuban spot by his though? Do you know up the road from his?
La Flor de Broadway.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
For the Cubano.
Frijolitos. You know what a frijol is, right?
The bean.
Yeah.
So frijolitos is little beans? That's what it means, frijolitos.
I've just never.
Yes.
This conversation.
Yes, that's what that means.
That's what it means. There you go. You're welcome. That's what you learned your Spanish word today.
All right, so we're talking about exercise soreness, or DOMS, right? Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness, and how to prevent that in fitness and exercise. So a lot of people work out and they train and they end up having, DOMS from like either nothing to like, I can't move, my body hurts, I can't move my arms above my head. And so, when training people, like especially when you're doing sessions like 2-3 times a week, or if you're doing sessions back to back, it's important to have an idea as to how that person's going to be affected by the exercise, and then also understand how to help them move around it for their next session, because it can be a pain in the butt. Like there's nothing like those 500 swing challenges, or like 30 days of squats, and you're just like ripping through, like you feel the DOMs, and it's almost like you're tearing through the muscle to just get more reps in. And generally speaking, your clients don't want that, right? Like they won't either if they want it, it's probably like one person that used to be a trainer or like some sort of like military person.
They want that pain, yeah.
Or it's like, or it's just not at all, and that's how you lose your client. They'll stay with you for like a week and be like, "Nah, I'm
so
good."
Dumb.
So, so with that said, like, what are some of your strategies to avoid DOMs and or mitigate DOMs? Because obviously, if you train intensely or if you train something that you haven't in a while, it's more likely that you'll have DOMs. Not necessarily like this is the recipe for DOMs, but what are some of the ways that you mitigate that pain with clients?
Well, there's always that threshold with the client of, how much weight they can lift, how long they could run. And if you haven't done something in a while, you're going to get DOMs. There's no way around it. You're going to get DOMs for a bit until your body actually gets used to the load that you're putting on it. I personally think that if you're sore as hell every single day after your workout for a very long time, then you're either not following a solid program and you're just going in there and just going like ham on whatever. You're gonna be sore a lot, and other things can mitigate it, right? Like sleep, rest. Rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleep. Just chilling around, de-stressing. Your foods can help too. Your water, how hydrated you are can help. But if you are following a solid program, there's going to be a time where you won't be as sore anymore, but you'll still be able to get stronger or improve. And that's it. I mean, then there are people that will like that. There are people that like the DOMs, and I think it's because of the years of just telling you that if you're not sore, you're not doing anything right, and no pain, no gain. That whole mindset could be detrimental to a lot of people when they train because they can end up getting hurt. Or they'll use the DOMs as an excuse not to train anymore because they're like, this hurts too much, I'm not going to do it.
It's double-edged sword. I think it's also very important, I believe, in the program that it's designed of a certain style, of a certain manner, where you can usually hit lower body at least twice a week. I always get a little... I always laugh when someone says leg day. I said, what do you mean leg day? It's half your body. It should be at least two to three times a week, right? So... But with that, I think if you were doing, say, a lower body push on a Monday and a lower body pull on a Thursday, that's 2 days between lower body, right? So, and then if your Tuesday was upper body pull, then the Friday be upper body push. I think there's just ways to design the program where you're always going to use neighboring muscles in every exercise. It's hard to just purely focus on biceps on Monday and then purely do shoulders on Tuesday. I mean, it's both upper bodies going to coincide a little bit in some patterns.
But with that type of split, let's say you do want to get stronger on your bicep curls, whatever. If that's your goal, cool. If you do bicep curls on a Monday and then don't do it again until your next arm day, which will be the next Monday of the next week, you're really kind of like limiting yourself because you need to be consistent when it comes to, going heavier on your reps of curls, and if you're only doing once a week, you're really not going to get too far.
I think it's definitely a good starting point if someone's never done it before. It might. The other thing with DOMs as well is they're possibly the most aggressive when you're the newest to working out. Fair to say?
Yeah.
You're just all kinds of sore. If you've never hit squats or deadlifts and you do them when you're training for the first time, you might not be able to walk, or you might not be able to walk. It's a struggle to walk for a few days, almost 5 days. Whereas if this is something that you haven't done in a while and you come back to after 2 or 3 months of having done it in that time period, okay, there's a day where it feels most sensitive, but then you get back to it, or just you be smart about it. Okay, my hamstrings are on fire from doing the deadlift I did yesterday, so today I either rest or I don't hit swings. It's not to say you can't do any hamstring patterns. It'd be to say, okay, you're probably not going to go for your heaviest in a hamstring or hip dominant pattern or do any PRs. You're just going to go for some maintenance, continual work, because again, what's the muscle above the hamstring that still needs to get on a daily work? Honestly, the glutes, right? That helps us with so many exercises. So that's something we won't want to completely avoid it. I think also the thing I want to say with sensitivity, with pain or delayed onset muscle soreness is some people in the beginning can't decipher between genuine pain that might be from an injury and muscle soreness. Oh, it hurts. Okay, tell me more about it, because it can be a fine line.
It goes back to my theory of everybody should get punched in the face when they're younger.
For what reason?
There's multiple reasons.
One being,
or the one that's applicable to this situation, is you understand what pain is in regards to this is hurtful to my bones and my structure and integrity. And the other one is like, soreness, right? You're just like, oh, okay, I'm not in pain, right? Because a lot of people describe exercise as like painful, especially if they've never done it before. And typically older people. Kids don't really talk that much about like, this is painful, unless they're very sensitive to it. But most of the time when you have like kids, they'll just do the activity and they'll be like, I feel the burn or something like that, right? They're not going to tell you like, my arm hurts or something of that sort, versus like older people who haven't exercised. They'll just tell you, oh, my arm hurts. And you're just like, does it hurt like this is in pain? Like this is not good for you and you need rehab? Or is it soreness? And they're like, I don't know.
Do you remember I told you the other episode about the amount of people I'm seeing in class when I say, oh, can you do this? And they say to me, I hurt my knee. And I speak to them after and they say, oh, it's been hurting for a month. Same thing today.
Yeah.
I think, what? Like, go. We've spoken about it in the past where after a week or two, you should go see someone about it. It's not going away.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah. So there are some instances, I'm sure, like we've all had those clients or those people that we come across that we're just like, all right, you need to do X, Y, and Z, because if you don't, then this might happen, right? For a lot of the clients that I see, it's like sometimes they'll keep something or they won't say something. It's like, no, you should have full extension and flexion of the joint. Like if you're extending at the joint, cool, but if it's not flexing and you had this injury for like 3 weeks, maybe you just didn't stub your toe. Maybe you actually broke your toe. And I've had clients like fracture their rib cage and shit like that, and they just don't like fracture their ribs, not their whole rib cage, but fracture ribs, and they don't know that and they don't realize it. And you can walk around like for weeks and be like, oh yeah, it's just weird. Like I just feel this pain every time I just
I breathe or I cough.
When I cough or forceful exhalation. Like there are so many different ways in which those things interpret. Everybody thinks, oh no, if I fracture something, if I break something, it's going to be super painful and I won't be able to whatever. And sure, for a lot of cases a lot of instances that is the case, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just decreased functionality and you just don't realize it, or you don't put, the two and two together.
There are also a lot of things I think that get over stressed, I think, when it comes to injuries. Like if you get hurt, I mean, there are a lot of things that could get hurt that you have that you might not even know about. Like us, all three of us could have a herniated disc and we probably don't even know it. Who knows? And also other things that happen. Yeah, I mean, other things also, whatever injury you have could honestly just be like something that's going to take a while for it to
to show or heal. Yeah.
Heal. And also you can't just immediately stop doing everything when you hurt something.
That's what machines are for.
Depending on what it is that's happening.
That's what machines are for.
Yeah, you just got to move it.
Just modify, do something different, and, lock everything else in.
Yeah, but also I think if you hurt a joint or if you hurt something, like let's say, for example, you I don't know, injure your calf or quad or something, and you stop squatting for months. And it's like, that's not doing any favors.
We should wrap up soon, but you should just look at the specifics of why is it hurting, and I don't know. I mean, there's more to it than
There's
that.
There's this thing called the Bill Starr protocol. You guys should look it up.
David knows a lot of stuff.
David does know a lot of stuff, right?
He does.
A lot of stuff and nothing. No, but
nothing.
Bill Starr protocol is this thing where it's a little program. If you get a strain, like a type 1 or type 2 strain, in any type of muscle that you're going to have to work in at least 48 hours, start working it, for it to heal at a more rapid pace. It's a really cool thing when you look it up.
Starr protocol. I have to look it up. Any closing thoughts?
STARR protocol. He's not going to look it up.
He's not going to look it up. Now he is, just because
we're savages. I'm the most injury prone here.
We're just, scratching the surface.
Like to read.
But
I don't like to read that.
Bill Starr, if you ain't got no videos, it ain't happening, Chief.
But it's crazy. This whole protocol came in.
You ain't got no IG. It's not happening.
He's dead. Boss. He's dead now. But the thing is, like,
definitely happening.
It's great. Before we wrap up, oh nah.
Go on,
he wrote this whole thing in a book, in a workout book back in like the 70s or 80s, that is out of print. And if you look up the book on eBay, it's selling for like hundreds of dollars. because
Really?
people can't because you
I
can't
definitely am
find it.
reading it.
No, but you just look up the
definitely
article,
not
you'll be
happening.
fine.
Now it's expensive.
It's on Reddit. What?
I gotta pay $1,000.
I have it though on PDF. I got it on Reddit.
They got
Oh shit! Send it. No, I'll read it, but
That's
send
gonna
it.
end up on that show Pawn Stars where they come in with
Yeah.
the book and they got the book expert and it's like the books are like falling apart. It's like this was the first Bible ever.
They're like, nah. All right.
Like, no, it ain't.
Well,
Wrap it up.
we're
let's
done.
wrap it up. Good stuff.
I will see y'all later.
See-
The trainer feed on Roan.
See everybody later.
Get that discount.
Everyone.
And if you have any questions, slide in our DMs.
DM.
Especially David.
David's
Slide
DM.
right.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces.